I'm the fifth horseman of the apocalypse, and this is Nerdist News. Idris Elba tried to cancel the apocalypse in Pacific Rim, but he was no match for the box office might of the X-Men. Now, the first official trailer is out, offering us our first real look at the X-Men's trip back to the 1980s to do battle with their most powerful foe yet, Oscar Isaac. I mean Apocalypse. The trailer showed us the reunited casts of First Class, Days of Future Past, the new crop of young mutants, and Apocalypse and his horsemen. Let's do a quick roll call. Deep breath. We see Cyclops, Jean Grey, Professor X, Beast, Storm, Psylocke, Magneto, Havoc, Quicksilver, Jubilee, Angel, Mystique, Nightcrawler, and noted friend of the mutants, Moira McTaggart. Now let's start with the single best part of Days of Future Past, Quicksilver. That's right, the silver-haired speedster is back and he's wearing a Rush shirt. Get it? It's because he's a fan of Neil Peart's seemingly mutant drumming ability. That's why. We see Quicksilver running through the mansion, as well as splayed out on the ground in a weird green chamber, which is presumably dampening his powers. Could this be a consequence of searching for his dead Nito? We'll just have to wait and see. Now, how about that creepy bald dude behind the table? No, that's not Professor X after a bender. It's Caliban, Apocalypse's right-hand man and information broker, who uses his mutant tracking powers to hunt down prospective horsemen for his purple master. He definitely seems a lot more sinister than his comic book counterpart, though. And speaking of comic book counterparts, Apocalypse is ringing pretty true. Looks far less like Ivan Ooze here than he did in previous set photos, which is good news for X-Men fans and bad news for Power Rangers truthers. The trailer harkens back to Apocalypse's comic book origins, mentioning that he may be the first ever mutant on planet Earth, and making reference to Clan Aqaba? I don't really know. Has anybody actually heard that said out loud? If you know, let us know in the comments below. Apocalypse's cult of followers who dwell in a hidden city. If you, like me, remember Apocalypse being much taller in person, don't worry, the trailer addresses that. Apocalypse is able to manipulate his very molecules to grow to incredible sizes, which he does in what looks like Xavier's office. But why is he breaking into the X-Mansion? Xavier mentioned something about him being able to control us all. That, coupled with a shot of Apocalypse wandering through what looks like Cerebro, makes us think he's breaking in to use their mutant detectant supercomputer. After all, Caliban can't do everything himself. And just like his biblical namesake, Apocalypse is rolling deep with his four horsemen, Storm, Psylocke, Archangel, and Magneto. Interestingly, neither Storm nor Magneto have been horsemen in the comics, although Magneto was used as one in the X-Men Evolution cartoon. In addition to invading the X-Mansion, we also see Apocalypse and the horsemen wreaking havoc in New York City, blowing up buildings, and generally snarling in the sky while Apocalypse does his best Night's King impression. And in the closing moments of the trailer, we see Xavier go full One-Punch Man, imbued with what looks like incredible power, sitting in his trusty wheelchair and sporting his iconic chrome dome. Does he top Patrick Stewart's Professor? I don't know, but he looks pretty good. But we still have so many questions. Is Mystique no longer Nightcrawler's mom? Will Beast and Mystique get a nice closing chapter for their romance? Does no one have the courage to tell Havoc to shave that damn mullet? The film doesn't drop until May 27th, 2016, so in the meantime, let's discuss. Dan, what are your favorite Apocalypse storyline from the comics?
I have to be honest, pretty much all of the Age of Apocalypse storyline. It's 4 volumes of this alternate reality. It's kind of like the definitive Apocalypse storyline. But if I had to choose one moment, it is the one where Cyclops sacrifices himself to save Nate Gray, the alternate dimension universe version of Cable, who is his son. He's the son of Jean Grey and Cyclops in that universe. Anyway, he sacrificed himself to save his kid, and then Cable gets to kill Apocalypse, fulfill his mission. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
You actually got to interview Apocalypse himself.
I did, Oscar Isaac. I was at the Star Wars The Force Awakens junket, and he told me why Harrison Ford's a big old liar.
Why?
You have to watch the video
to
find
God.
out. It's on
What
Nerdist.com.
Great transition,
right?
Dan.